Welcome back. Today I'm going to try to play another rapid game on chess.com. To those of you who watched my last rapid game on video, I apologize. I got really distracted by my opponent's time usage and I need to be better than that. It kind of ruined the game up until my opponent blundered on the last turn, which also kind of ruined the game. They should have beat me. But today I'm going to try to not let time usage bother me, except unless I get into time trouble, of course, then that'll bother me and I can't do anything about it. But I am going to do my best. When I started this whole recording rapid games on camera, I was in the 1300s and I was aiming for 1400, but I crashed and burned, and maybe partly because playing on camera is difficult. There's a little bit of stage fright. Also, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know what kind of opponent I'm going to face. I don't know what opening I'm going to face. I'm going into this blind, just like you are. That sounds like a lot of excuses, and it probably is. So let's just go and see what happens. For those of you that are new here, I'm not a titled player or a chess coach or any of those things. You know what? I really don't know what to do against d4. I'm just going to play d5, and is that the Blackmar-Diemer Gambit? I think I'm supposed to take that, but I really don't know. Okay, and I don't know if I'm supposed to defend that or let it go. I'm going to defend it with this knight. That's a normal developing move, and then I'm going to take the knight. What's going to happen now? Do they have a trick? They probably have a trick. Like they're going to check me here with the bishop, and then when I block with my knight, they're going to push the pawn forward. I feel like when an opponent tries one of these early gambits, I always mess up, and they know some trick that I don't. Also, it takes me way out of any preparation that I've done, which is fine. Also, I'm trying not to worry too much about opening principles, because ever since I learned opening principles and tried to implement them, I keep getting caught in little tricks and traps. And so I'm just going to try to play and respond to what my opponent does in the best way possible. Okay, they have brought their queen out. Should I just put the knight back? Or should I try to attack the queen there? If I attack the queen there, where's it going to go? That's a good question. Should I try to defend my knight? I hate to move a piece twice, but I'm going to put it back. I just really don't know. Also, queens coming out early is a little bit distracting. I haven't looked at the opponent's clock, so I'm not letting that distract me. But when the queen comes out early, that makes me think I'm playing somebody, either one of two things, either somebody who really knows what they're doing or a beginner. And in either case, I might get smashed because I don't know what to expect. What I would like to do in the future is get my bishop out. Maybe not there, but we'll see what happens. Like if they play h3, I'm not going to put my bishop on g4. But for example, okay, well, in this case, I might leave my light squared bishop where it is. Also, I just realized if I put my bishop on g4, they could take this pawn. So I'm just going to play e6 to, I think, yeah, let's just play e6. Also, I just realized that pawn is hanging, isn't it? Okay, well, they want to take my knight. I can defend the knight in a number of ways. Actually, the knight's defended now, but I want to move my queen. So I could put the knight on d7. I could put the bishop on e7. The bishop on e7 is in preparation for castling. So I think that's what I want to do. And then maybe I will put the knight on d7. I think I'm okay so far, but again, really not sure. I also, now that I've noticed this, I'm going to keep the light squared bishop there until I can otherwise block that queen's attack on my b pawn, which would trap my rook. Okay, now that pawn is not defended, so I have to be really careful here. Should I castle? Also, what happens when that pawn moves forward one? Once that pawn moves forward one, they're going to have 3 pieces pointed at that d5 square. I technically have 3 pieces pointed at it as well, but they might take the knight first. I don't know. I'm going to castle. Accept draw. Wait, did my opponent... Sorry, did I just see that? I was about to castle, and I thought I saw something pop up in the side there that said accept draw. That... I'm going to try this. This looks sketchy, but I'm going to try this fork, see if they take this bishop. I think if they take that bishop, I'm going to take their queen. And then if they take my queen, I'll take their rook. I think. But yeah, I thought I saw a draw thing pop up there, and just as I oh, they did. Okay, this might be dumb, but you know what? We're all beginners here, and if they take my queen, I'm taking their rook. They did. Okay, they're gonna take all kind of stuff. We're just gonna. Are they gonna take my knight? Oh, they didn't. They came over there. Okay, wow. That didn't work out at all the way that I thought it would. But wait, I'm up a piece, right? Am I up a piece? Is that how that worked out? I'm up a rook. Okay. And I need to get this knight out and this bishop out. I still haven't developed. Okay. They're aiming for the rook. I suppose I should move it then, right? And then they're going to go between the knight and the... How about if I put it here then and don't directly attack the bishop? Because if I put it on the d8 where I wanted to, I think they were just going to slide their bishop in there to e7. Okay, oh wow, I really don't know what's going on. That pawn is defended currently, but it may not always be. What's going on? Where are they headed? Wait, the pawn's not defended anymore. Is that aiming here? I don't know. I'm taking the pawn, and then maybe put it over here. Nope, I would lose it for a pawn with their bishop could take, and then their rook would pick up the pawn. So that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea either. Maybe just go back where it was now that I've picked up a pawn. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling this game has gone off the rails, but yeah, I think maybe just put it back where it was is the best plan here. They clearly have some sort of attack planned. Oh, like that, but my knight's guarding that, isn't it? Yeah, my knight's guarding that. Oh, they have 3 pieces guarding that. And their bishop's guarding this. Wow. Okay, so I might be playing somebody that's a lot better than I thought. But wait, can't I just push that pawn up? That'll keep the rook from coming in, for sure. But their bishop can still come in and check me. And then when I move over, they can check here. Oh, if they do that, then I'll take the bishop. Oh, they ran away. Okay. Well, I'm confused, which wouldn't be the first time. Would not be the first time that I was confused. Let's maybe get this out so I can get my other rook in the game here. Yeah, this happens to me a lot, and it probably will continue to happen until I get much better at chess. Okay. I'm not worried about that, but I do need to get this rook out. So you know what? Let's just force the issue here. They went back. Okay, go back further, maybe? They did. Okay. Then what? That's protected. That's protected by the rook, bishop. Wait, can I do anything with this knight? Whoops. No, this knight is still guarding down there. Maybe. Okay. Now I've got the rook on a semi-open file. Oh, but now this bishop's trapped. You know what? Let's move the pawn then and get that bishop out. I do not. Okay, I did look at their clock there for a second. I do not have a time advantage. At least not a significant one. Where's that? Oh, they're going to let me get my knight out? Okay. Because for a second there, their knight was, their rook was guarding that whole rank, but now that's not, so I could get my knight out. I'm directly threatening the bishop. Oh, and I hung my knight. Wow. Not my best day. And now I'm only 3 points ahead on material. I'm just going to march this pawn forward and see what happens. Maybe I can get a pawn fork on those 2 pieces. Or maybe they won't notice that I had a discovered attack on their rook with my bishop. Or maybe they will. They did discover that. Okay. And then that doesn't quite work like it did, does it? But wait, they would only have a bishop and a rook guarding that square, and I would have a knight and a rook guarding that square. So why not? Let's do it. If they take, I'll take. And if they don't take, I'm going to keep going with it, I think. I think the trade will benefit me because I'm a little bit ahead on material, but I just don't know for sure. Because every time I think I know something for sure about chess, I turn out to be wrong. or at least misunderstood it in some way. As usual, I edit out long sections of dead air, but it looks like my opponent is having a think about this one. And they might as well. Oh, they did take. Okay. And I took back with my pre-move. They moved while I was talking, which is fine. They don't know I'm talking. I'm pretty sure they're not going to take the knight, but now I don't know where to move it. As you saw, I gave up my other knight for nothing, so maybe I should just bring it back here when I'm done. It has a semi-safe spot in there, but then they could challenge it somehow with their bishop. Oh no. If I put it in there and they challenged it with their bishop, oh no, I don't have a rook on the d-file. If I had a rook on the d-file, then that would be a mate. Wait, what are they aiming at? They aiming at this? Okay. Yeah, I wish I had a rook on the d-file. Oh, also, once the knight's out of the way, my e-rook will be pointed down there. So, no, that actually doesn't do anything. Let's go here, back where it was, and then maybe I can get a fork of those 2 pieces here in a second. Because I think at this point, every trade will benefit me. And I was really wrong about the rook on the e-file, too. I just realized their knight's guarding that. Okay, they have 2 pieces pointed there. I can still fork this, though. Is that viable? Please tell me I'm not just hanging another knight. But it looks like I'm forking 2 pieces. Ooh, if I take their bishop, they take mine. Okay. Okay. I think that's fair. If they don't take my... Okay, they didn't take my bishop. Then I'm going to move my bishop someplace. Like here. And then maybe slide it in this way. Oh, I could have just moved it up 1 and gone and got that pawn over there. Oh, they moved their knight. They're not guarding that square anymore. Should I check them? No, because then they'll come out. You know what? I'm going to put this back over here and aim for that pawn, the A pawn. That they can defend with their king if they want to. Also, I just realized their front c-pawn is hanging. I'm going to take that. I have a path back. If they tried to block it with that pawn, I could take it. But now that front c pawn is not hanging anymore. Ooh, what are they aiming for? What are they aiming for? I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Let's see if we can trade off a rook. They didn't want to do it. Okay. That pawn's defended. Okay. Can I aim for the knight? Where can it go from there? Can it go someplace dangerous from there? Probably. But let's ask the knight to go somewhere. You know what? Actually, I probably should have just gone all the way down and aimed at that h and g pawns over there on the left. But I didn't see it, and I'm trying to maintain a little bit of a time advantage. Can I double? If they push, I can take. Also, I can move my rook here in a second. Oh, that's kind of what I was hoping they would do to give me access to this. If they take my bishop, I'm fine breaking this pawn off, and it'll be a passed pawn. In fact, I'll go ahead and pre-move that. They didn't want to do that. They wanted to trade off the rook now. Okay, I'm going to put this bishop right here, so I will have two pieces aimed at that square if they push that pawn forward. And they have come for my rook, so I will ask the knight to move. We'll see where it goes. It went there, so take this pawn. I'm feeling relatively confident right now, but not extremely confident. Let me just say that. Let's ask the knight to move again. I probably should have taken that pawn, but I didn't. And now if I do, that's okay. I think I can still get behind it or in front of it or whatever I need to do with it. Let's ask the knight to move one more time, and then I can come down here. Okay, they're offered a draw again. I'm not actually going to take a draw right now. So no. I'm going to take the knight and then get the bishop here. Oh, wow. Did I mess up? Did I mess up? I think I might have messed up. Can I not catch that pawn? How did I do that? Oh, wow. Can I not catch that pawn? I don't think I can. I think I messed up. Yeah, they're going to promote, and there's nothing I can do about it, is there? Okay. Maybe I can win with the time advantage. I am still very slightly up on material, but not for long, it looks like. I have no idea what to do right now. Oh, no, that pawn's protecting that. Let's keep this protected. Okay, sorry, I'm going to block this person when I'm done. Or are they going to go for a perpetual? Is that what it is? Yeah, I'm not going to do a perpetual. If you can't play anymore, just resign, right? That's the way I do it. Okay. It might be a draw. I don't know, but they're about to run out of time. Okay. I can check. And check. And aim for that pawn. Okay. They're not protecting that pawn, so I can take it. Okay, they ran out of time. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and block this person. Don't spam draw offers. That's bad manners. You offer it once. Okay, I get the second time. The second time is fine because the first time I missed it. I was moving as they offered it, I think. But the third and fourth time, no, they weren't a good sport. You might have a different opinion than me on that, and that's okay. But in my opinion, once you offer a draw, especially the second time, and the opponent just ignores it, you keep offering a draw, you're trying to distract them. And again, in my opinion, trying to distract someone during a timed game when time is running out is really bad sportsmanship. Now, I know I made mistakes in this game. I've just seen the eval bar here in this evaluation before I've run the game review, and it says I was way ahead at this point. I don't know how to win this, and I might not have been able to, but I did have a little bit of a time advantage, and that's why I won, because I don't know that I'm good enough to win against a queen with a bishop and a rook. Like right now, for all I know, they could have forked me somehow. It doesn't look like it immediately. I think their only safe check was here on e5, and that wouldn't have forked the rook. I actually checked for that before I took this pawn, even though I didn't have time to say it. But taking that pawn allows them to take my rear A pawn, for example. I guess then I could have moved this pawn up one. I don't know. Let's run the game review. I'm almost out of time here, so I'm going to run the game review very quickly and see if there was a point at which I gave away an advantage or I was behind. I'm just going to look at the graph when it populates there. Oh no, I got the advantage very early. I did have a couple of mistakes. Apparently I was up minus 34 before I made a couple of mistakes and it took it back to minus 3. Can you see that? It's really small, I know, but minus 3, minus 3, minus 4, minus 4. Oh, the game review thought it was only minus 6 at the end. Okay, their blunder was on move 4. Okay, so was I right that that was the Blackmar-Diemer Gambit? Or the Blackmar Gambit? It doesn't have the whole opening here for some reason. I don't know why they couldn't have gone an extra line to say the rest of the name of the opening. Blackmar something. And if I take... Okay, I was right. I was supposed to take their... That's what I wanted to know. And knight to c3 was their best move. And knight to f6 was among my best moves. Okay, that's also something I wondered about. Okay, see, I was pretty sure that the last time I faced this, the person played f3, maybe the last 2 times. And I think the first time I took, but the second time I remembered wrong, and I thought I wasn't supposed to take the f pawn, but I was. But that helps them get a knight out. Okay, but this person did not play f3 here. They took the pawn. And okay, I took back. And then I was ahead ever since, according to the graph. Because where are we on the graph right now? Yes, okay. I did have 1 mistake and 1 miss. Looks like they were late. Okay, there was a mistake here. Let's see. Okay, when they pushed that pawn, what did I do? I played rook to f3 check because I remember spending some time here and I realized I can't stop that pawn. I'm up minus 37 if I play b4 check. Really? But they'll take... Oh, if they take it... Okay, wow, I did have a tactic to stop the pawn. Well, that's what I was talking about in a recent video when I said I still have a lot to learn about chess, and this is one of those. I couldn't get behind... From their perspective, I couldn't get behind that pawn. From my perspective, it looks like I would be in front of that pawn, but the pawn's moving this way, so because of their king. But this is a deflection? Is that what that is? I'm getting the king away from guarding this square. It doesn't have to take my pawn, but it does have to get out of check. And since my pawn would be cutting off here and my bishop's cutting off those squares, basically it has to take my pawn or move away from d4. I didn't even think of that. I was starting to panic here and realized I couldn't stop the pawn. I thought maybe I had lost because I had flubbed somewhere, but my flub was not playing b4. What did I play? I played... That wasn't good at all. Oh, look at that. -2 is how close it got. Oh, that took us back to -9. Because I could have checked again. But yeah, but now I can't come over here because that pawn's guarding that square. Okay. I should have checked with a5 and they would have taken it. And then I could have checked over here. And when they got out, I could have gotten in front of the pawn. Okay, so I should have given up a pawn, either the b or in this case the a pawn, in order to get my rook to where I could capture their passed pawn. But I messed up again by not playing a5, but that was my second best move, and it allowed them to promote, and I'm still barely ahead. Only legal move. I just had to make a move trying to maintain my time advantage, and this was protected by the rook and continued to protect the pawn. That's why I chose that square. I don't think I had time to say it. That was their best move. I moved back. I did not want a repetition after they checked. So here, when they checked again, yeah, see, Stockfish says to move back, but that's because Stockfish doesn't know that would be a repetition. So I did play g6 here, not wanting a repetition. They went after the rook. Oh, I could have just moved the rook over. I thought I had to move my king over to protect the rook, which is what I did. Sorry, there was a minor interruption there. One of my children just got home from school, so I got them sorted out, and I'll finish this really quickly. Because I'm just curious as to how poorly I handled this when I was only up -2. g5 was my best move, or rook to e6. Okay, but I played h5. Not sure why. I had to make a move, and again, trying to maintain my time advantage. Here I was very conscious of my opponent's clock. I don't remember, because it doesn't say here, but at some point here they offered me a draw again, but I don't remember how late it was. That kept me from moving my king, because my king's... Regarding this, okay, bishop to any of those squares. Oh, I did pick one of those squares. Okay, because again, just trying to go quickly. They went back down there. Bishop to e6 was not my best move. Rook to e6 was my best move. Again, threatening the queen. That would have been all right, but this was okay too. Trying to keep both of those pieces guarded. Okay, that was among my moves, and now I'm up -2. That was their best move. Rook to a4, was it there? Okay, it's one of those 3 that are all rated the same. That kept them from capturing the a-pawn and gave them only 1 legal move. Look at that. My opponent has 0.6 seconds. You can see that. But they managed 2 more moves before they ran out of time. No, they managed 1 more move. They must have pre-moved it. Because I went after that pawn, That was actually a mistake. Really? Wait, when the game ended, on the gameplay page, it said minus... Hold on. Yeah, it opened a new tab for the analysis. Oh, wait. I apologize. I was wrong in a previous video when I said all the sites move the board from the analysis to the gameplay. This is the gameplay page, and that's the analysis tab. I'm clicking between browser tabs, not tabs over here on the screen, but the board stays in the same place. Okay, well, good job, chess.com. That's good coding. Maybe it's just the other site that moves. Oh, okay, on this site it does it for puzzles. That's what it is. When I hit the analysis tab for puzzles to see what I should have done or why I had the advantage, it moves the board slightly. But on gameplay it doesn't, so good job them. And taking the pawn was my best move here, and then they ran out of time. But oh yeah, on the gameplay here it says minus 32 if they play queen to e3. Over here, well, the numbers are still changing on this analysis tab, but it's minus... Sorry, it's only at a depth of 20 right now. My computer's fan just kicked on, so Stockfish Lite must be heavy for my computer. Okay, it eventually did select queen to e3 minus 31.9, the same as the other page. Okay, well it's a slightly different number, but okay. So I did all right, and I'm rated 1242, which is the highest I've been in a while. Breathing a sigh of relief that I held on to my early advantage in this game. There were places where I could have lost it. According to these two numbers, my opponent played pretty well after that initial giving away of the knight. I just played slightly better and had better time. Again, if my opponent and I had both had increments, say if we were playing 10 plus 5, I might have lost this easily because of that queen. It's so hard to coordinate these pieces where they can't fork something with that queen on the board. And even though I technically had an advantage in the position shown on the board, I know that I could have lost this game. It wouldn't have surprised me. So I will say good job to my opponent for playing it out, but not for offering me the draws repeatedly. Curious as to that's a range, 1200 to 1400. One is where we are both rated right now, and the other is where I had hoped to be by this time this year and haven't quite made it. So thank you for spending your time here. I'll see you next time.